So last Friday I was in the casino again playing the 1020 like every month, but unfortunately there were absolutely no interesting hands, and unfortunately I also lost 2,000 euro. So, but to give some content to the blog, which is also a little bit late, sorry about that, I'm gonna answer some questions. So here we go. So Antunes asks how to avoid waiting lists. So just let me show you. So here's the waiting list. Here it's me coming. And this is how I avoid the waiting lists. Just kidding, of course. Unfortunately, there's no way to avoid the waiting lists in official casino. You can just try to show up at times where usually new games will start or the waiting list is short, so this just based on experience. Ilya asks about the rake and are there any differences in the live games? And yes, there are a lot of differences. In America, for example, in Las Vegas, you pay every half an hour, you pay the time it's called. So that's a fixed amount you pay. For the 5-10 game it's $7 and 10-20 it's $8 and so on. And in Europe usually you just have, like in online games, a percentage of the pot that goes to the house. There can either be a cap of the rake, or sometimes private games also uncapped, which are very bad and hard to beat. Usually cap is about like 20, 25 or sometimes 50 euro, and the percentage rake is from 2.5% up to 5%. Usually you can see any of these. And additional question was how I access whether the game is beatable or not. This is just based on experience. I mean, there's so many factors coming into play, like how the player pool is, are there many fishes, how bad are the fishes, are they very loose, very tight, how many people see the flop. So second criteria, usually the stack size, and that's very deep, it's of course very good for you. And third criteria, of course, how big the game is you play. So the bigger you are, the less the rake plays an effect, because the cap is reached more often. Yeah. Dimitri asks about any Deviations stories I can tell or anything funny. Usually not, because I'm just very disciplined and just play the game and not do so many Deviations stuff. But there was one thing that came to my mind which is worth telling. So I was in a country where live poker is forbidden, or private game I mean. So, and I was there at the private game already, I think 5 years ago. I was playing 5-10. Then I ran out of cash, so I went out, went into the car and wanted to go to an ATM. And then, yeah, I don't know why, but then police stopped me, and they were asking where I'm going. But I don't know why they stopped me or what they were asking at the first place. So I just told them something. I want to go to the highway. I'm not from here. I could not find it. Yeah, and then they left, and I wanted to go back to the private game. So I drove around a little bit, so the police was going away. And then when I was going around, then the police came from the other side and saw me again. So they saw me drove in circle. They stopped me again, and they were asking again what I'm doing, where I want to go. I told them, oh, I could not find the road to the highway. I'm kind of lost. Don't have a phone to navigate and whatever. Yeah, then they told me again where to go. Okay, and then the same thing happened again. I was going in a circle to get rid of the police. Police stopped me again. They came from other side or whatever, I don't know where. Go around very crazy. And then they found me again. They stopped me again. Then they were searching my trunk, but of course they did not find anything illegal. Yeah, it was very weird. I was a little bit nervous. Okay, but then they did not find anything, so they were going again, and it was already very late because this took everything a lot of time. So I think I wanted to go home at this point and don't play anymore. But then the guys called me where I've been, and then they picked me up actually, I think, and I left my car there. So and then played this game a little bit more and lost again. Actually, this game, maybe they cheated me, but I have no, I don't know why this, I of course have no evidence, but this was a very strange day. So anyway, then after a long time I went home, and next week got a letter from the police or from the whatever, and they're asking me to be a witness because there was a stolen car at this night in this area, and they wanted to ask me something about it. So then I was again a little bit nervous because this was not written in the letter so obvious, so I did not know what it was about. But yeah, everything turned out quite nice and nothing really happened. So this was a little bit funny story. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Max is asking a lot of questions. Highest game I ever played, $200, $400 online and live. Scary situation in a home game. Ever got threatened by a mafia boss? Not really. I mean, sometimes people freak out a little bit when they get a bad beat and curse a little bit, but yeah, nothing really where I was scary, where I was scared. I ever got angled? Probably sometime, yes, but I try to pay a lot of attention to angles and always make sure the bet is right and the chips goes in and all these things. Also tend to turn around my hand very slowly, or just make sure just the pot is right, everything is right. So I think it's very hard to angle shoot me, but hey, you can try, huh? Yeah. So, and funniest guy I ever played, there are probably also a lot of funny guys. I mean, it's hard to tell who's funny, who's not funny. There was one Russian guy who was very drunk all the time. He once said that he never played not drunk poker. So, like the total opposite of me, almost. Yeah, but at this time, this was a couple years ago, I played a 12k pot against him on 510. This was at this time my biggest pot so far. I hit top pair and he made a straight, and I could not let it go against him. He was playing very crazy, playing a lot of hands. But probably I should have folded. I mean, on the flop there, on the turn, a lot of money went in and he was kind of passive post flop. So this was a little bit bad play, but the guy was very funny. He was non-stop making jokes, talking all the time, and was just very drunk. So yeah. So that's all of the questions. Yeah, sorry for the late vlog, and see you next time.